There she go. Yeah. Let's get this thing going. Let's get it going. You good? Can I hear you? Check.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, there she go. Yeah, we good. We are good. I didn't get a chance to finish the intro, so we sticking with the old one for right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, any and everybody out there in the good YouTube streaming world, I am Bluminati. That is Mika G. Let's get this energy up, dog. What is good, man?
What's up?
Thursday.
What's up?
What's popping with you, Mika? What is good?
Nice.
Get my mic right, man. Do my mic sound nice? Ain't that what they used to say back in the day? Do my mic sound nice? Turn me up, son.
Oh, wait. Okay, I'm about to say, not the camera about to go out already.
Already, huh? Nah, I ain't even finished sharing what I was sharing, but we are here live, Blues House Live. Bluminati, Mika G in the place to be. It is still spooky season. Mika is killing y'all right now with the 31 days of horror. She is hitting y'all every day, just upside the head. What you got? I ain't even seen the one today. Look, I ain't seen the one today.
I didn't do. I haven't done today's, and I'm actually sticking with children, sort of, kind of this week.
Kids, okay.
Yeah, with kids, but
no,
kids survivors this week.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Oh no, I know. I'm not gonna say who it is, but it's gonna be definitely be a child.
It's gonna be a child. Don't spoil it. All right, let's get into it. Let's go.
How much time?
We had a whole lot of superstars on this stage here tonight, but I want y'all to know one thing. This is my motherfucking house.
Yes. It is my motherfucking house. And Mika's here in the house too. We're in the house tonight for sure. Let's go. All right, what do you want? We're gonna start with we found us a new series, man. No pun intended. Is that a pun intended? Found, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about Found. Yes. We are gonna be talking about Found today. Get this Krizakin. No, why is it just you? What's going on? They don't like me today?
I don't know.
They don't like me today.
I don't know.
Come on. Now that's full screen. What is going on? Look, I'm tripping already, man.
I don't know.
I don't know neither, man. I don't know. Let's try this. I guess it's just Mika, y'all. It's just Mika today. Let's try this one. There we go. Yeah, man. Found episode 2 plays Wednesdays. NBC. Is it Wednesdays?
I know it's Tuesdays and then Wednesdays on Peacock.
Okay, Wednesdays on Peacock. So it plays Tuesdays, NBC, Wednesday, and then streams on Peacock. I normally watch it on Peacock.
Ditto.
But yeah, man, new series. I advise everybody to go check it out. Pretty good. Mika, I'm gonna let you run with this. What did you take from this? Did this give you a little bit more insight as to what was going on? What do we got?
So, for and if anybody hasn't seen this episode already, heavy spoilers because we're gonna break this episode down. So this episode did give a little bit more insight of things that happened prior to the young lady escaping. We find out she was kidnapped when she was 16 years old. And so that's why she looks so young. Matter of fact, it's a picture of her right behind her when she was younger. We also get a little bit more detail. We also get a little bit more information about how she ended up with the little girl. And, she is celebrating her 1 year of being kidnapped with her captor. And he's like, it's been 1 year since we became a family. And she's like, family?
There ain't no
boy,
family.
You don't let me call my daddy. So, but no, this episode was really interesting because it had to deal with a stalker. It had to deal with a sex worker. It had, and it showed the stigma that the media and that the police have when it comes to sex workers who disappear. They're like, oh well,
Mm-hmm.
you know, she should have chose that job.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly how they came at it too. Sex worker.
Right.
We ain't worried about her. She be all right. She
Right.
be all right.
Even her captor, what do they call him, sir? He
Sir.
was
Mm-hmm.
like, I ain't finna help you with this case. That's a sex
Yeah,
worker.
even he
She
ain't want. He was like,
dirty.
man, she
Man,
ain't
she
even worth my
dirty.
time.
She not worth
My
my time. She
genius.
not worth your time either. She is unclean, unkept.
That's
But
crazy.
no, like overall, like this episode, of course, it gives us a little bit more information on our lead woman, but it also goes into, you know, exactly, like even more into her team as well too. You know, we found out last week that one of her teammates actually sits in a bus stop every day and every night, you know, looking for her son who got kidnapped.
Mm-hmm.
And we find her the next morning, she's packing up all her stuff, like, oh, I'll see you tonight.
Right.
So, and then we, you know, we find out that her muscle is married.
Yeah. Yeah. Got a little romance going on. I
So,
honestly I didn't see that, you know, because the first episode we find out that he was, you know, he's ex-military, things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? And then we come up, you know, because the beginning is everybody's regular routine, I would say, you know, starting the day
mhm,
off, everyone's regular routine, and it's his routine. He's waking up, not waking up, but he's getting ready, you know what I'm saying, for work. And it's his husband. I thought, oh, okay,
mhm,
okay. But
right.
what I, you know what I'm saying, and I've had this discussion plenty of times. I guess this goes back to the representation. I just let it happen. I like how they showed it,
And
you
they
know what I'm
moved on
saying,
from it.
and they moved on. That's, you know what I'm saying. I like how they did that. Just show it. Okay, now we know that that's part of who he is. So when things come up, you know, okay, boom. You know what I'm saying? There's no need to make a big spectacle of it, because I think anybody's love life, that's anybody's character. You can show who they're with. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so they do have a romantic partner, or whatever. They married, they got a boyfriend, girlfriends, boyfriends, yada, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And you move on. And then you can play on it. You can always reach back later, you know what I'm saying, and pull from that. So I thought that was good how they did. But go ahead, continue. I'm sorry.
And it also I think I want to say his name isn't Mark. It's something else. It his name
Which
is
one?
the
The
guy
muscle?
that's the muscle. It's he doesn't have sympathy for Zeke at all,
Mm-hmm.
because he's like, I was strong, I got over being kidnapped, but his husband had to remind him, like, no, my guy, you wasn't strong at first. I
Right.
helped you
I
get
helped
to
you
where
put the
you
pieces
are.
together. Yep.
Right. You know, and you have to show grace for Zeke, because Zeke is an agoraphobic. And
Mm.
so we got to see more of that when his package got delivered and they didn't put it right next to the doorstep. Thanks,
Yeah.
Amazon.
That was that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can see something like that happening. Um, but yeah, that was crazy. He saw it and he was like, damn. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know. This is my first time even hearing about that um type of condition.
Mm-hmm.
But to not be able to take 2 to 3 steps outside your front door, that's just how traumatized you are.
Mm-hmm.
That's gotta be, you know what I'm saying, to where you're a prisoner of your own self. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yep.
Which is wild. That's
Yep.
new to me.
So with Gabby having Sir locked in her basement, she basically reclaims her power over him. Like, you know,
Hmm.
like, you kept me locked up for a whole year, and then he's like, oh, we're coming up on our 1 year anniversary of you kidnapping me and putting me down here in this basement. And she like, and
So
what you want me to do? Throw you a
right,
party? Because that ain't gonna happen.
right.
But
So
yeah, I love this series. I love this episode. And the funniest thing was when they found the girl that they was looking for. And she's like, I don't want to be found.
Yeah, she was like, "Nah, I did this to myself. I'm trying to get away from what's going on. Like, what are y'all doing?"
Right. She's like, do you know what it's like living every day looking over your shoulder? And Gabby's like, I know that. Girl, every day of my life.
Yep. That
Because she's
well, go
keeping
ahead.
up this ruse that she don't know where Sir is.
Right. That's the thing. Cause and that's what you know what I'm saying. Them how it started. Well, I keep saying how it started off, but when her being on Joy Reid's, they brought Joy Reid in. I see y'all NBC. I see what y'all doing. Brought Joy Reid in and she was being interviewed, you know what I'm saying? And then them saying, oh, well, we mocked up what he should look like. And if y'all be on the lookout for Sir, and then what was his name? His real name?
Like Hugh something.
Was
I think
it
was
Hugh something?
I forgot what the last name was, but did you catch that Lacey was a little girl?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, well, they kind of showed that in the first episode, though. The end of the first episode.
Right. When she actually saw like Sir's face again, and she was like, whoa. And Gabby's like, don't ignore it.
And I'm like, dog, Gab, like, how can you, you know what I'm saying? You might have, I know you're coping the way you're coping, being, you know what I'm saying, the abuser now, the kidnapper, whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? But Lacey is just surviving how she survives, you know what I'm saying? Right. She looks up to you. She went to school because of you, you know what I'm saying, to help bring all these people back from being kidnapped and stuff like that. So I wonder how Lacey's gonna feel when, because I know this got to come to a head.
Oh, remember in the previews there, she asked the question, like she said, Gabby, who's in the basement?
Right. Yeah. So it's got to come to a head. I wondered, my only thing is with this series is how long, you know what I'm saying? How long can they keep this going?
Right.
I think that's the only flaw I see in this series, because I really enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm getting old, man. This one, you know what I'm saying? Sit down, watch one of these shows.
I think it's going to end with Sir getting away, and then that's how you keep it going, right? So now she can she's no longer in the heads of, the kidnappers, and now it's survival of the fittest. Like,
see,
you know what I'm saying?
I kind of looked at it as what's the show with Red on it? Blacklist. Like, I wonder if this is gonna end up like a Blacklist situation. Like, they gotta figure out how to bring Sir into the fold, and everybody know, you know what I'm saying, so they can use him without, just because sooner or later, once Gabby gets caught, she's gonna lose all trust in the team. You know what I mean? So maybe it's got to be a way to where Sir gets loose, they, you know what I'm saying, gets found, and they have to, you know what I'm saying, figure out a way. I don't know, man. This is gonna be good. It's gonna be, if they figure out how to connect all that shit and bring it full circle and makes, this could be a series that lasts a long time, man, and things of that. I really enjoy this series. I like I kind of like the time jumping, you know what I'm saying? Showing what, like you say, they brought up the 1 year anniversary, how she was, and how she's using it against him also. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How she's using it against him, like the 1 year thing, you don't want to give me the information, then you're not gonna eat. Since you're not fulfilling what I want you to do, then I'm gonna take away the food, just like he did with her. You know,
but then she can't. But then once her friend Mark told her, like, you're nothing like these people that kidnapped you. You're nothing like them. She went back and was like, he was like, oh, I thought you was withholding food, and she was like, I'm not like you.
Right.
So yeah, it's a cat and mouse game between her and Sir. But she knows how to get to him. She knows what to say to him. She knows that I know that you don't like to be kept. I know you don't like to be unkept. So you give me this information, I might hook you up with a shave. Right. And you better hope I don't slit your throat like Celie almost did.
Almost did. Mister.
Almost did, mister.
What I was about to say. Back to Zeke. He is smart dude, but he also, why is he so, what's his deal other than his, his mental dysfunction? What is his social dysfunction? Because he's kind of arrogant. He, what I'm saying, seems to me like he's bank. I think in the first episode they said his money is the one that's kind of bankrolling what's going on. Like, why is he so arrogant? Why doesn't he like the other, what's the guy's name? Is it Trent? Is that the army guy, Trent?
I thought Trent was the cop.
Is Trent the cop? Yeah, Trent is the cop. I'm sorry. The other guy, what is his name?
Don.
Yeah.
Don.
Why they don't like each other? Like, how can we
No, the
figure out why?
It goes back to what I was saying before. The reason why Don doesn't like Zeke is because he thinks Zeke is weak. He thinks because he won't leave the house. He's
but what about Zeke not liking him though?
No, Zeke. So the reason why their personalities clash is because Don comes at Zeke like the way he comes at him, like you're weak, guy. And that's why in this episode you act like when he shows up and Zeke is passed out because he went outside to try to go get his package and he ends up hitting his head. Don ends up saving him, or waking him up. Let's just say that ends up waking him up, and then that's when he realized like he's not weak, because it took a lot for him to go outside the door knowing that his world was going to start spinning around and he was going to pass out because of his fear of going outside. And so I think moving forward we'll have a better working relationship out of the two. But remember, Daw's husband had to remind him like Zeke isn't weak, he's just coping. And this is he can't get over his fear because his fear of going outside is because he got kidnapped. Everybody on the team got kidnapped at some point in their lives.
Or has somebody who is, because I guess she would be the matriarch of it, the one who was in the bus station. She never got kidnapped, but her son is the one that's
still missing.
Still missing.
Yeah. Oh, and Market is good with the vision.
Breaking, the way she was breaking everything down. Even when they were doing the interviews, going from house to house and stuff like that, she was just, nah, that ain't him. That ain't, you know what I'm saying? Even
when they interviewed the roommate.
Yeah, the room.
When they finally,
like, y'all not roommates. You don't even. This is her shit. Like, you not. Like,
Gabby turned around and was like, and she's like, he telling the truth. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I wonder, is that just something that she, you know what I'm saying? Because I think she is a psychiatrist or something like that, right? I wonder if that's just something she learned during school, or did she pick that up for a specific reason? Because I even said this last Thursday. Did she pick that up for the specific reason of finding her son?
Probably. I would say that. Be paying having a high attention to detail. Yeah, especially because she's looking for her missing kid. So yeah, I could see that. I could see somebody doing that. But no, this is I love the show already. I'm hooked. Everybody's always like, oh, because I don't watch a lot of NBC shows. Like I didn't watch The Blacklist. I ain't get into all that. But this one got me hooked. It almost like dope,
man. Blacklist is dope. Yeah, this is I hope ABC, that was Scandal with ABC, you know what I'm saying? Scandal was ABC, right?
Yes, they were. Yep.
Yeah, so they push, at Disney. Disney is different. I hope this gets the same, I guess the bad thing is the actors. Scandal had Kerry Washington and other recognizable, what I'm saying, actors and actresses in this. This is, for the most part, don't want to say nobodies, but
I mean Mark Paul Gosselaar. That's
Mark, yeah.
And everybody,
that's the only.
No, Zeke too. Like, I mean, if you see,
if you've seen, you gotta, what I'm saying. Zeke
I know he's technically
he might be
a support role.
I know him from somewhere, like
right. But everybody's like, I know Zach from Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, true that.
But this is part of the reason why shows like probably show I Blacklist. Did Blacklist have any name?
Yeah, Red is forgot his name, but yeah, he's shit, what is his name? He was Ultron, he was, you know what I'm saying? Like this, he's the man. Hold on, that's not what I want to do. Hold on.
I think they just put Mark Paul Gosselaar in it to draw people in.
Draw people in. Yeah, James Spader has every, you know what I'm saying, for the most part. He was I named some and go through his credits real quick, like because he been doing it for a long time since this shit go back to 78. But he was in Pretty in Pink, Mannequin, Baby Boom. Let me see. Something that you know, Wolf, Stargate, Crash, The Watcher, Lincoln, Avengers: Age of Ultron. There we go. That's the movies, and then in TV side, Frasier, Seinfeld, The Practice, Boston Legal, The Office, and then The Blacklist. Like he been, you know what I'm saying? People know who, especially on the TV side, so people would know who he is from the TV side. I think Gabby, what's her name? What's the actress's name? It is
Shanola Hampton.
Yeah, Shanola Hampton. She's, you know, kind of new to the scene, I think. Let me see. See what all she's done. Her television goes back to 2001. Not anything.
Oh, she's best known for Shameless.
Shameless, yeah. I was just about to say
10 years.
10 years on Shameless. The Neighborhood. Like a lot of this stuff is just like one-offs. 2 episodes here, episode there. Movie wise, nothing stands out. Yeah, so her being, like you said, Zach would be the standout actor for this, and he's not showcased a lot. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's why I think they're gonna have to. They'll figure out a way to slide him into more screen time or whatever. To me, I mean, that just makes sense in my eyes. But I'm with you. I'm really enjoying it. This is something that I could sit down to watch. What did you think about? I lost my train of thought. Okay, I know because I was like, I want to ask Mika this. With her not really being a missing person, because she, disappeared herself for the most part.
I know exactly what you're getting ready to say.
Well, okay, finish.
I know exactly when they cheers her at the end and said "Welcome home." I said the same thing. I was like, but she technically wasn't missing.
She wasn't missing. You know what I'm saying? Especially with her being a grown person.
Well, even with her being a grown person, like she could still be missing, but she wasn't missing. She literally was about to disappear and start a new life.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Reason I say grown person because she, you know what I'm saying? If you just say, you know what, I'm out of here, I'm gone, I'm gonna go to Bali or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? I can report you missing, but once we find you, and it's like, nah, dog, I was done being Mika. I'm you know what I'm saying? My name is Marvelous now. I'm over here in Bali, I'm chilling, I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't find you because you were never lost.
Right.
You wasn't lost, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're kidnapped or when you're taken, you're lost.
Right.
You are.
Right.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, your family might not know where you are, but you don't even know where you are. You know where you are. If you want to just show back up and say, hey, nah, I'm just here for my last check, you know what I'm saying? Let me get my last, and then I'm back to Bali. You know what I mean? So,
and I get why she didn't tell her friends that she was going to go start a new life, right? I get why she didn't do it because her roommate who had a crush on her, but you know what I'm saying, he definitely would have opened his mouth and told and when would have went to the gallery where the
Yeah.
security guard was. It was like, yeah, you know, she said that she was leaving town for a while, and
Mhm.
yeah, so that's the only thing I didn't like about that episode was when they cheat, because they cheers at the end when they actually find somebody. I was like, but she wasn't missing.
Right. I
She
was
ran
like,
away.
she
Mm.
didn't. What are y'all doing? Like, I to me, this was kind of just like an episode of just a regular police. You know what I'm saying? Because this was more focused on the police side of things. You know what I'm saying with Trent and because it was his case.
Mm-hmm.
The stalker, you know, the stalker was the stalker side his, or was the
stalker side was
stalker
his.
side was his, and then the
Mhm.
kid, they ain't even really care who the kidnapping, who was taking over the kidnapping case. But yeah, other than that, I mean, you know, I guess that's just their thing at the end, which is going if they keep doing that, it's gonna get a little cheesy.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? If every time they got to cheers to somebody, you know, remember how Martin used to start in the radio station?
Yes.
And sooner or later they was like, we can't keep doing this. It's getting a little cheesy. I could see they're gonna have to move on from that. They just gonna have to. They just gonna have to. Because if the show, if you get a second season, you got to broaden your horizon. You got to broaden your horizon.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I mean by, like, if this goes into another season and then season 3, I'm about to call him Mr. Sir has to become an actual part of
the team,
the team, or what's going on, like some kind of way. I wonder if
Lacey ain't gonna like that.
Right, I know. Or can he even get his life back? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was his life outside of being a kidnapper?
Yeah, we haven't. They even just scratched the surface on that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what was his life? Does he have a wife? Does he have friends? You know what I'm saying? Like,
was he a banker? Was he
right,
working a regular 9 to 5? Did he have a job?
You know, so I would like to see, because somebody, or I mean, but now he's wanted anyway, though. So
yeah, so if they found him, he'd go to jail.
Yeah, he'd go to jail.
But if that, like, what if that was part of the stipulation? Like, if he goes to jail, you know what I'm saying? Like, he still has to help. You know what I'm saying?
Now it'd be a valid way. Mika, you smart, dog.
Thank you, NBC. Go ahead and hire me. You can.
That'd be the way to bring him in, because now she have like a reason to go see him.
Mm-hmm.
Or can, you know, actually have access to him without being a kidnapper herself. Right. You know it's gonna be an episode where she's gonna get arrested.
No, I think it's gonna be an episode where Trent finds out and she's gonna be like, bing, night night.
You think she's gonna do that? Long as it don't look like them Tubi movie bings, you know what I'm saying? We could.
Night night, Trent. And then now you're locked up with Sir next to each other.
Oh man. All right, so that's our little quick synopsis on Found episode 2. Like I said, we'll be doing this every week. Hope y'all are enjoying it the way we are enjoying it. Like I said, I like this show, man.
It's a really good show.
Really good show. Really good show. All right, Mika. Halloween, man. Halloween. He back at Miramax. Wasn't he over there? He was there before, right?
No. He was with New Line for Freddy versus Jason. And actually, he was with New Line for the Freddy not the Freddy remake, but the Halloween remake. Not Halloween. Wait, that's Jason.
Yeah, you thinking Jason?
No, Jason. No, he was never with Miramax. Are you talking about the Rob Zombie movies?
Yeah, that wasn't Miramax. What was that?
You know what? Now we gotta go look. Let's see.
I could have sworn that was
I think Rob Zombie produced that with his own damn money. No, MGM Distribution Company and the Weinstein Company.
Okay. Oh, don't say that too loud.
Didn't say that. Don't
say that.
Maybe one of those H2O movies was with Miramax.
I thought it was I don't know.
Let's see. Or no, was it Dimension?
It might have been. Yeah, I think that is Dimension. H2O and what was it?
Resurrection.
Resurrection. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
remember the dimension.
H2O is the sequel to Resurrection,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to say those were both those production Yeah, it was Dimension,
Yeah.
or yeah, so both of them was Dimension.
Boom. All right. So hey, Deadline dropped the article talking about, and now as I read the article, I found out these are just the TV rights, so not necessarily the movie rights. I don't know if it's gonna be movie rights and TV rights, but the article says Miramax lands Halloween TV rights in broad agreement with Trancas plot to cinematic universe. So I guess it is also going to be movie rights. Is after a heated bidding war, Miramax has scored the television rights to the hugely popular Halloween franchise, which is controlled by Trancas International Films, ran by Malik Akkad. Miramax Television has signed a wide-ranging deal with Trancas to develop and co-produce a Halloween TV series, which also includes first look agreement on other television projects for the international marketplace. Now let's pause there. TV, Halloween, mashup. What? Give me a plot. Give me something. What you got for me, Mika?
It's gonna be the same drive behind plot that it's always been. They're gonna go right back to the beginning.
Mm.
They're gonna like show what, like, please don't do what Rob Zombie did. Don't do that. Don't take us to his childhood and make it seem like he was a traumatized child and he didn't have no mom that took care of him. He came from a loving home, y'all. He just
He
snapped
did.
that night.
He just, yeah, I don't know what was going on that night. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that they should go, you know what I'm saying, start from the beginning?
I think they should start from the beginning when he's in the insane asylum. Let's start
Mm.
there. Let's start where he actually is in the care of Dr. Loomis, and Dr. Loomis is trying to get through to him. But let's not go all the way back to when he was a child, because we are y'all going to explain what made him snap? Because we
Mm.
didn't get that from the Rob Zombie movies. We just he did what he did, and they locked him up, and that was it. And his mom forgot about him. And was it his mother's love that drove him insane, or lack of love that drove him insane? Did nobody come to visit him when he's in the insane asylum? Like,
Mm.
those are the questions that that people
Right.
aren't asking to be answered, but you could go ahead and answer them.
I think what would be dope is, Dr. Loomis always said that Mike talked to him, right? If
Mm-hmm.
every episode was, we don't, they can still keep us not, in the dark with Mike talking, but every
Mm-hmm.
episode is Loomis talking to Mike, and boom, we go to like one of his murder sprees or why he, you know what I'm saying, and it's showing why he did it, and Dr. Loomis is narrating the act, you know what I'm saying, the episode or something like that.
Or tell us more about the cult of Thorn that cursed Michael when he was an infant.
Yeah, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, why did y'all pick Mike? Did you know what I'm saying? This child to be cursed. What did he do to y'all?
Right.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
like the cult of Thorn was such a was such a stupid storyline, because it was like he was cursed as a child, and it was like, so you mean to tell me that his family didn't know that every Halloween that he was going to just up and start murdering people?
They ain't know that shit. I mean, how could they know? He was cursed as a kid. You know what I'm saying?
And was his family part of this cult, or did they kidnap him when he was a baby, and then he
Now,
ended up like
see,
being adopted, like that? And then that
we
would
can
make
we
sense
can
why
do that.
Laurie Strode is his sister, which, y'all, he's not.
Right. Or is Laurie Strode, is she part of the cult?
Mm.
Is she part of the cult? Man, I don't know. I don't like the cult of Thorn. I don't like that. This, because it's just nasty. It's just don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how to. I'm trying to make it fit. I'm with you. Like, if we can explore that, but I don't see really how you make that fit logically. Because it's kind of like they just threw it on Mike. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, the cult curse. This is why. Just give us a real. Give me some. Because when you start doing that, the question has always been: is Mike supernatural, or is this just a mental condition, right? Once you throw the curse in it, he officially becomes Jason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's no different than Jason now. You know what I'm saying? Or even, I would even say Freddy Krueger. He's no different than that. You know what I'm saying?
the only thing that's different between Michael Myers and Jason is Michael Myers aged, and that and
Right.
um if he is cursed, like we said, like they're saying he is, right? He's cursed with these, with this long time curse that's supposed to keep him alive forever. Why
Hmm.
is he aging? Why does he
Right.
not be?
Why?
And I mean, but it does explain why he keeps coming back. Like Halloween ends when everybody in the town was beating his behind, and then all of a sudden he got superhuman strength and took everybody out. Wait, how did that happen?
Or when what was that? Was that H2O when she cut his head off?
So that wasn't even him.
And then right, but that
Ended
wasn't
up
him.
not
Like
being him.
what?
Ended up not being him.
How? When did he make the change? You know what I'm saying? Like what?
Right. He was like blam blam. Bah.
Magic.
But that's what I'm
Let me
saying.
see.
Like this series can't be. You can't make anything from it. Like
I mean,
an
I didn't like.
anthology. I
Yeah.
mean, they did that with Freddy's Nightmares.
Hmm.
We don't count that Friday the 13th because Jason wasn't even in it.
Right. But how would you even do this as the end? Would it be every year? You know what I'm saying? Like every Halloween, you know what I'm saying? Like every episode just a different year of Halloween for Michael Myers going
Uh,
around doing what he's doing? Or are you even are you taking Michael Myers away from this? And like you said, the anthology is really about the cult of Thorn, you know, the cult of Thorn. Like how are we doing the anthology?
I think I don't think this should be an anthology because you can't. You would have to. It exactly. It almost be like Season of the Witch. You know what I'm saying? Season of the Witch had no Michael Myers in it at all.
Mm,
um you could possibly do it that way, but then people will get ticked off like they did with Friday the 13th the series. You call it Friday the 13th the series, but there's no hint of Jason Voorhees anywhere in the series.
yeah, I don't know if people would watch it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I'm Miramax and I just paid whatever I just paid for this Halloween series. I'm using fucking William Shatner's face. You know what I'm saying? I'm using I'm using Michael Myers, man.
Right, right,
I'm
right.
using the shape. You know, now my thing is I don't know what they would put this at. You know what I'm saying? What if it's gonna be on a streamer service or if it's just gonna be, you know, like how Chucky is on Sci-Fi. Is it
Mm-hmm.
Sci-Fi in
And
USA?
USA. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they can, you know, do something like that, but they have to make this scary. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? It's got to be scary. Chucky can do what Chucky does because Chucky really isn't scary. You know what I'm saying? He's a murderous doll. That's it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But Michael Myers, the shape, you know what I'm saying? He is supposed to be the embodiment of
Fear.
frightening and scary, you know,
Mm-hmm.
fear. Like he's supposed to be that. So we have to have, you just have to have, you got to make this series scary some kind of way.
And that's what I'm saying. Like maybe we do take cues from, some of these movies. I definitely like the Halloween remake, the one that led into
These
the other two
this
sequel,
the treacle
um the trilogy.
yeah, I would say the
um
trequel, the trilogy.
the trilogy. um I like that storyline. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to follow
Mhm.
Michael from the time he left the asylum to watching, to him traveling, trying to get back to Haddonfield. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
like, if you can turn that into a series, but give us a little bit more time at the asylum.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
I
like
think
I said, where he's talking to Dr. Loomis. Dr.
yeah.
Loomis is trying to get into his head because he's trying to figure out, why are you cursed? Why do you have the I keep bringing up the curse. I don't mean I'm not I hope they don't do the
No,
curse
I
part of
mean
it.
no, but
But
that's
like trying to get into his head, and like you said,
uh
give us that first look at Michael actually talking. Not when he was a child, but
right.
as a teenager. And then all of a sudden,
Mhm.
then when he just starts going mute and he don't talk again.
Right.
And Dr.
I'm with
Loomis
it.
is trying to get it out of him, trying to get it out of
Right.
him. And that's
I
when we
think
get the
that's
first instance of him being violent.
mhm. And didn't Loomis also say he was the only one who could like really control Mike? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like You know what I'm saying? So what if Loomis is behind? What if Loomis is the cult?
Ooh,
You know what I'm
plot
saying?
twist.
Yeah,
What if he's part of the
what if
cult of Thorn too?
he's part of
Like,
yeah.
he's like, we're gonna put you in place to keep your eye on Michael until he turned 18 years old, and then that's when the curse really takes over.
Right. Because so you know what I'm saying, Mike got out of at 8 was it 18 when he got out? When he broke out?
Oh, I think he was 21. Was he? No, I think he was a teenager when he broke out in the first
Yeah.
Halloween.
So yeah, because Lori was a little bit older.
She was a senior in high school, right?
Is she older than Mike or younger? I thought she was older.
Oh, she's supposed to be the baby. Well, let's not give that. Oh, like Laurie Strode is not Michael Myers' sister, y'all. Not at all.
Yeah,
it just so happened that this Halloween night he decided that he wanted to kill her, and she's the one that fought back. Everybody else is like, "Oh my god, dead." I don't know.
So
I don't know. I don't see this. I don't see. It's not like a Friday the 13th where we have a backstory. You know, like we don't even have a complete backstory for Halloween.
That's the thing. We don't really have a good deal. We don't have a good backstory on Michael Myers. We don't have a real reason why he snapped, why he did what he did. He's just out here just killing.
Unless you let Rob Zombie tell it, you know.
Right.
But we don't count those movies.
Yeah, a lot of people don't count them. Back to the article, says this pack marks a new chapter in Miramax and Tranker's partnership Halloween franchise. Tranker's recently produced a successful Halloween feature trilogy. See, so they've already been on Miramax. So the last one was on Miramax and Blumhouse.
Let's see.
So Miramax just got it back. They just retained the rights. According to this, that's what they just said. Tranker's recently produced a successful Halloween feature trilogy for Miramax and Blumhouse, directed by David Gordon Green.
Hold on. Maybe I'm in the wrong one.
Quote, we couldn't be more excited to bring Halloween to
Oh,
television.
yeah. It was on Miramax.
We are thrilled to expand our long and successful partnership with Trankers and the brilliant Malika Kai in introducing the iconic franchise to a new form of storytelling and a new generation of fans. Says jointly controlling both the film and TV rights would allow Miramax and Trankers to map out an integrated film TV universe. I mean, how do you even do a universe with Halloween? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you can't. Hey, if Busta Rhymes and LL show up, man.
You know what? Don't do that. Don't do that.
If they don't look, if Busta Rhymes and LL show up, I'm there. I'm there for it. I am there. But no, for real, how do you even now? You know what? You gotta bring in the cult. You got to.
But that's the thing. I mean, the cult wasn't even covered in the new trilogy. That's the thing. It wasn't. It was not covered.
So they got to start over. But that's what I'm saying. They got to start over.
So Michael Myers in
been trying to be the focus of the series. What you think?
I don't think so. You think
as the protagonist?
Yeah.
No, I no. You gotta, to me, I think you leave everything that you just did alone, and I think you just start over. I think you turn this into a period piece. You start back 70s, give us the 70s. Halloween, 70s. You know what I'm saying? Next season, Halloween, the 80s, Michael Myers doing, you know what I'm saying, going crazy. That next season, 90, you know what I'm saying? I think that's how you do it. Now, as far as a cinematic universe, the only way I could see you spinning off a cinematic universe is creating some new original characters. Right. But you have to go back. And to do it, you got to go back to create new characters.
Right.
You got to.
Because
right now, go ahead. No, go ahead.
So the Halloween that they released, the Halloween trilogy that they released on Miramax, it starts in 2018. This is 40 years after Michael Myers is institutionalized. So you got a whole bunch of time to tell a whole bunch of stories.
A lot of time to tell some stories. So if you're trying to spin off, you know what I'm saying, this would be the perfect, because there's nothing really canon in the Halloween series. Nothing is canon.
Right.
I guess now it's really only 4 movies if you think about it. The first one and these last 3, I think that's what they said, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first one and these last 3 spun, you know what I'm saying, is direct sequels from the first one.
Kills and ends. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Everything else in between that, H2O Resurrection, season of the
They don't count.
witch,
They don't count
um
because
they don't
this
count.
Halloween picked up where the original Halloween left off. That's why Laurie Strode has been reintroduced 40 years later.
Yep. Even though she was introduced through a couple of times throughout,
several more times, and dropped off a
know.
building. I don't know how the hell she survived that. How did you survive being dropped off a building?
I don't know, but to me, that's the only thing or only way I see you being able to do a spinoff or a cinematic. Let me not say spinoff, cinematic universe, because now to get a universe, you got to introduce more than just Michael Myers. You know what I'm saying? You got to introduce.
The season
Remember, Lori had a son that went to college. What was that? Resurrection.
Yeah,
the son that was in college.
And
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but in Halloween, in their other Halloween, it's a daughter.
She had a daughter, right? And that's what I mean. There's nothing canon, which gives you the free reign to kind of really go back, remix, massage, and get out what you need to get. And this could actually be the perfect opportunity, like you said, explain to us what made Mike snap, what really made him. And I don't want to hear that, oh, he was cursed shit. I want to know as a kid, just because my sister wasn't watching me because she wanted to go get a little action, you know what I'm saying? That's not making me want to go on a killing spree. I needed
exactly.
He was getting beat. Was the sister beating on him? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, was he being bullied? Did he have people that caused him to snap? You know what I'm saying? Maybe she was like, I ain't taking you trick or treating, and he was like, I've had enough.
Was it an accident? Was it, you know what I'm saying? Was it more like an accident?
We know. Well,
I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, was this just like a fit of rage? You know, when I say accident, like a snap.
A crime of passion.
You know, did he come back? Yeah, like a crime of passion. Did he come back? Did he just? Because I mean, he kills his sister, and now he just wants to kill everybody.
Right.
That makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? We know, like, and we spoke about it. Jason has a reason to do what he does.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. He got a reason to do what he does.
Right. Freddy has a reason why he kills.
Freddy got a reason. Even Chucky trying to fucking get back at what he was trying to get back into a human body.
Trying.
You know,
now he's accepted his
he just said,
he has accepted his.
You know what I'm saying? James says, as much as I didn't like the Blumhouse Halloween trilogy, they had some good ideas expanding on the town. Yeah. Introducing a new killer, and I hope this series does those ideas better.
I have to agree with him, because we got more of the town. We got to know the townspeople.
We did get more of Hayden.
We got more of that, and because of that, you know what I'm saying, it took it away from the suburban street that we would know that Michael would be on, and now we're at a bar, we're in the streets, we're at parks, you know what I'm saying? So it's like expanding upon that would be great. Like, and then, like he said, like James said, introducing a new killer. What's stopping them from like having copycats until Michael Myers actually does escape?
Right. It's ways. I'm with that. A new killer would be dope, but a copycat, but not. You know what I'm saying? Not like wearing the same mask. I want this copycat killer to kind of morph into his own, you know what I'm saying, murderer. Morph into like its own character. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can, out of this series, you might be able to create a new horror icon. You know what I'm saying? Possibly you might be able to create a whole new horror icon. I would like them to, because Mike, you know, in this last trilogy, they had him wanting to, you know, he was trying to get back to the house and just stare out the window. I would like for them to, why is he trying to, you know what I'm saying? What's the significance of the house or staring at the window? Give me a little bit.
Because
I know
that's
they
where
tried to
he
explain
was
a
when
little
he
bit, but
stabbed
give
his
me a little bit
sister.
more backstory.
That's where he was when he
Right.
stabbed his
But
sister.
why is that so? Right. But it's got to be, you know what I'm saying? Because we still talk about why he snapped. Was he cursed in this? You know, I'm gonna go back to the curse. Is there, you know what I'm saying? Is the house cursed? Did he come upon, like, took some wallpaper out and read the what it is from Evil Dead, the number
Oh Lord, that
did
would
he,
make more
you know what I'm saying?
sense than the coat of thorn.
Did he find the book of the dead in there or something like that? Like so the Necrominicon. Did he find the Necrominicon in there? You know what I'm saying? Like, give me something that would give him over the edge. Like, is there like a little pinhole he was in there and he looked through the room and he could see his sister, you know what I'm saying, catching a little, you know, some
Right.
Halloween fun, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, nah,
You
I done
said
had
you was
enough
gonna
of this
take me
shit.
trick or treating.
Right. And he came in there with the you know what I'm saying? Like, give me something. That's all. I think it's, like I said, I just think it's ways you can play with it.
It can
And
be. It can be done.
on the interest level, where do you see this? What's your interest level?
I mean, I will watch it just because I would like to see how they do it. Just like I said about the Jason, if they ever did the Jason series. But like I said, but like we've said, you know, throughout this whole thing, Michael really doesn't have a true backstory. And we don't know his backstory. I mean, I guess you could go back and listen to what Loomis says in all of the movies about him, but do we really believe Loomis?
Loomis is the cult. He is the cult of the
Right. I was gonna say Loomis is probably part of the cult. And he's the one that's like, I gotta stop Michael. Bow. That's why you keep missing. Let's talk about this real quick, Loomis.
Right. I think he is the let me see. He says the Halloween franchise consists of 13 titles, starting with the 1978 original, co-written and directed by John Carpenter. They focus primarily on Michael Myers. We all know this already. He escapes 15 years later to stalk and kill the people of the fictional town of Haydenfield, Illinois, on Halloween, with babysitter Laurie Strode and Dr. Samuel Lewis as the main protagonist, trying to stop him. The franchise went dormant for 9 years. All this stuff we already know. I'm not reading through all of this. Yeah, no real reason to read all of this. Just saying that securing the Halloween TV rights fit right into the strategy, as the film title is historically associated with the Miramax brand. So I guess it's been on. I guess it's been back and forth for Miramax to mention things of that nature. I'm guessing because they keep acting like Miramax is like really the you know what I'm saying, the stakeholders when it comes to Halloween. So I guess that makes sense as to the reason why they fought so hard to keep it. And it's money to be made. Halloween, you know what I'm saying? Like Halloween, how much money should it cost to make a Halloween movie? Like, there's no reason why a Halloween movie you know what I'm saying, should fail or falter at the box office or anything like that. Like, to me, Halloween, Jason, it's, you know, throw a mask on a dude and let him go around, stabby stab. You know what I'm saying? Call it a day, and
I mean,
make your money.
it's Michael. It's Michael
write a dope
Myers.
story.
It'll never fail.
Right.
It'll never fail. Like, even the Rob Zombie movies got watched, but then they also got thrashed. But that's besides the point.
They did. I went to see. Did I go see 2 of them or just 1? Either way, I didn't mind because, you know, I was being, you know what I'm saying, when Rob Zombie kind of took it over, he was kind of reintroducing you into how, you know what I'm saying? So it was a little bit, it was kind of fresh. And I think this was around the time Chris Nolan was doing Batman. So everything was like into the mind, into the psyche of these characters. You know what I'm saying? When Dark Knight came out, it was into the mind, you know what I'm saying, into the mind of Joker. It was into the mind of Batman. Then we did into the mind of Michael Myers. They did, when they redid Freddy, they tried to go into the mind. It's like sometimes you don't need to go into the mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be inside the mind of Mr. Voorhees, of old Jason. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to see him do some dope ass kills. I want to. He's the John Wick of horror movies.
Did you say he the
what?
John Wick of horror movies?
He is. I thought you see them kills he be doing, man. He the John Wick of horror, man.
I can't. Everybody is.
He the John Wick of horror, man.
He got some creative ass kills. I mean, we swinging people in body. I mean, in sleeping bags up against trees. Like, what?
Mm-hmm. Yep, he do.
Into the Meyerverse.
Yeah,
I ain't mad at it.
I like that into the Meyerverse.
I ain't even mad at it.
Into the Meyerverse, yeah. Into the Meyerverse. He say Miramax produced H2 and Resurrection. So yeah, Miramax is they winning. Miramax, well, not winning, they won. So is Miramax, who has the Jason rights? Who has the Friday? Who is that? Is that Miramax as well?
Still, I think they were still.
Are they still debating that?
I think that's still a debate. So, yeah, who has the Friday the 13th rights?
It was here that the second U.S. Court of Appeals held up Victor Miller's win. He was an independent contract, not employed. No, that ain't what I want.
Paramount. Well, it was owned by Paramount, and then Warner Brothers. And now it's under New Line. It's New Line Cinema now.
But that's just Warner Brothers. You sure?
Because it says it's the Warner Brothers Pictures under New Line Cinema. That's where it is currently.
Okay.
That is wild.
Okay. Well, because what is that? I know they have the TV show supposed to be coming, but I thought that they didn't have the film rights. Heard somebody had to, because that's why we're not, and Jason's not going to be in that. That's why they're doing Pam instead.
Which makes a little sense.
Pamela.
I mean, that makes sense
too. They're gonna get an old nice milk.
I don't know why we have to go back to that, but okay.
Oh, nice milk. What's up, Pam? What's up, shawty?
You know what? I can't. Okay.
What's up, Miss Pam? But yeah, you got anything else you want to talk about with this Halloween?
Just do it right. Miramax, do it right, or don't do it at all.
Right.
Because I mean, y'all locked us in with those last 3 Halloween movies, except for Halloween Ends. Y'all could have kept that, but that remake of Halloween,
you know what's crazy? All three of those movies could have been condensed into one movie.
Facts.
It all could have been condensed into one movie, and to me. What out of those 3, which one did you say was the first one was the better one?
The first one was the better one.
I thought the second one was the better one. Only reason why, because it's funny. You know what I'm saying? Like the evil dies the night, and you know what I'm saying?
Was that the second one or the last one?
That was the second one.
Evil dies the night was the last one, right?
No, because remember, they surrounded him and was whooping his ass and all of that shit. And then somehow he ended up murking them all and going to the house.
He ate a Super Mario mushroom.
He ate a Super Mario. He did something.
He had a Super Mario mushroom.
But they surrounded him, and he was like, "Oh, nah, ain't no way." Right? Mike shouldn't have been able to even get out of that. Like, how does that even happen? It's 50 goons surrounded this dude,
and they was beating him down. Like they had him down to one knee. You mean to tell me one of y'all didn't have a machete to chop that dude's head off?
No, so remember they did. Somebody stabbed him in the hand or some shit like that.
Oh no, they was like stabbing him. He got shot.
Like he should have been this 70-year-old dude, man.
Nah, I told you he ate a Super Mario mushroom.
From the cult of Thorn. That's what it came from the cult of Thorn. But no,
hilarious.
I mean, to me, the second one was just, and Lori wasn't even in it that much because she was in the hospital and stuff.
She was
remember?
In the hospital, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But. All right, on to the next. The most brutal. I don't know. I just like this movie, man. The Descent. I like this. I like that. That's why I picked. Yeah, that's why I picked that picture. But
tragic.
I know, right? I sent you this, and It didn't even. I thought it had the YouTube videos associated with it, and it doesn't. I said, "Shit, where am I at?" Yeah, it didn't have the videos to go along with it, but we'll still go through it. I will just share my screen real quick. What's that?
I was laughing at number 10.
Start from the top. I got. Oh, which one are you looking at? Because I pulled up this one also. I wanted to do this 12. Is this the same one?
Nah, the one that you sent was the 10 brutal scenes in horror movies that will gross you out.
Hold on. Where is that at? You're right. I did send a whole different one. Yep. Let me do that one there. Let me do that one. This one, right?
Yes.
All right, let's start at 10 then. 10 brutal scenes in horror movies that will gross you out. Like I said, this is spooky season, so we are keeping it on horror. We're going horror heavy. Gonna be getting a lot of horror. Number 10, Demon Vomit from The Exorcist, 1973. Mika's laughing because this is her favorite movie. Favorite movie. Then they say
y'all don't listen to Blue. They did use pea soup for this scene.
Her favorite movie, man. They say to start the list off with a lighter scene. They say this is a lighter scene, Mika. The head spinning and vomit scene in The Exorcist is iconic in the horror world. You have to take the scene in consideration when comparing it to truly gross horror scenes because of the fact that she vomited on Father Carr's face and then the vomit got into his mouth. Reagan throws up a lot throughout her time being possessed, but this certain scene will make anyone with a weak stomach want to fast forward the flick. I mean, stuff like this don't bother me, you know.
No.
But
it's also because Scary Movie made it funny. And that's why I laughed, because I was like, all I could think about was that scene where it was like where she threw up on the priest. The priest was like, "Oh, you think that's funny?" And then he threw up on her. And then the other priest was laughing, and then they just start throwing up on each other. So like, yeah, things like this. I mean, that's the reason why I laughed, because I was like, yeah, the pea soup is real.
The pea soup. Then, I mean, you know, because the new Exorcist was The Exorcist Believer just came out. I might need to go back and rewatch this again because I still haven't seen Believer yet, but I want to watch this and then go and watch Believer. I think I'm gonna do it. Like, should I wait? Think I should wait to do that? Believer will be out probably like next week or some shit like that.
I was gonna say it's not. I mean, even though it made its money. I mean, it made all of its money back, but it made some money, because it is an Exorcist movie. Like anything that has to do with, I ain't gonna say a reboot, but like just because this is The Exorcist and it's a new Exorcist movie, just because it has the name attached to it, that's why people flock to the movie theaters to go see it.
Yeah. Number 9, the Achilles tendon from House of Wax. This actually had what's her name in it? Paris Hilton.
I was gonna say, I forgot what her saying was. I started to say it, but then I can't remember what she said.
I don't know, but I know she was in it, and she actually didn't do a bad job. Jared Padalecki's character in House of Wax really goes through it as he separates from his group and starts to wander around the house by himself. A rookie mistake always. Vincent finds him and successfully cuts his Achilles tendon, which is a full body shudder moment when you watch it for the first time. And if that wasn't bad enough, he's then taken by Vincent to the museum, shaved off his body hair, and strapped down to the chair where he gets hot wax poured all over him while conscious. Anytime I see a tendon slash, especially Achilles tendon, I always reach for my own, because I know, you know what I'm saying, because I know, I mean, I don't know for a fact, but that's like the most prominent tendon in your body. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you can't
always
walk.
sticking. Right. Yeah, no, if you get that, that's it, you done. You know what I'm saying? It holds your leg together for the most part. That's what
right. Another
You know
one
what I
that
mean?
Achilles tendon slash was from Urban Legend when
Yep.
the dean got his slash, and
Mm-hmm.
I
The
saw
Dean.
that the other night, and when it happened, I was like, oh no, now I'm gonna
Yeah.
be feeling
Yeah.
this for the rest of the
Tendon
night.
slash. Having hot wax poured on you while you're conscious, depending on how hot the wax is, though, I think it's survive because
It
wax dries real
th-
quick and it cools
this
off
is the
quick.
house of wax.
I'm just saying,
It's
man.
like think of Beyonce in the wax museum. That type
I
of
know.
hot.
They tried to do that, but that ain't really how it looked. It was a wax museum movie that came out back in the 80s.
It's called
It might have been called Wax Museum. Let me look it up real quick.
Wax Museum.
It might
No,
have been
not Wax
called
Museum. It's
Wax
called
Museum.
House of Wax. No, not this House of Wax. It was I know what it's called. Oh my god, I can see it because I can see the cover. Because it used to be on USA Up all night.
Waxwork. Waxwork is
Waxwork.
what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Waxwork.
That's it.
Waxwork. That I used to watch that. We had it on cassette, and I used to watch that. It was dope because if I remember correct, I ain't seen it in a while, but he went into the museum, the wax museum, and it kind of it didn't. I don't want to say it came alive, but the things in it, like if you went to this area,
you went
into
into
that
the
world.
actual world. Yeah. So like
Yeah,
there
you
was
went
one
into the
world where it was
world.
like Jack the Ripper. And
Yep.
I remember,
One was
I
like,
remember that.
yeah. I was like, that shit kind of. One was like a werewolf world. One was vampires. One was like you said, Jack the Ripper. One was like gangsters.
I
It was
remember
pretty
that
dope, man.
movie. That was pretty dope.
Back to it. Number 8, Charlie is decapitated in Hereditary. Hereditary kind of brought things back, like with streaming. You know what I'm saying? Because the streaming horror movies on streaming had been failing. Like it was just like, you know what? We did a horror movie, put it on streaming. But Hereditary was nice. You know what I'm saying? Was that James? Was this James Wan?
I think he was a producer on it. I don't think it was his. I don't think it was his movie.
But yeah, Hereditary, easily one of the best horror movies that came out late
Ari
2010.
Aster.
Ari Aster, yeah. It's original and gritty, dealing with witchcraft in a way that wasn't born or done before. The scene which Charlie is killed by a telephone pole while experiencing extreme allergic reaction is haunting. Her face, throat, and tongue are swelling up. She rolls down the window to get some fresh air. Her brother Peter is driving fast to get some help, but in one fell swoop, she sticks her head out too far and clean off by a pole. Peter's reaction seals the deal for the scene as he continues to drive home in complete shock before climbing in bed and leaving his sister's body in the car.
And left his sister's head on the side of the road. And left his sister's head on the side of the road,
man. Yeah. But that's what you do, right? That's the shock value that's necessary to get these movies across. You know what I'm saying? That's the shock value that you have to do. I'm with it. It's to me, these aren't even, they are bad scenes, but the low budget horror movie scenes, that's where you get the grossness. You know what I'm saying? That's where you get the real from. You know what I'm saying? Number 7, eye gouging scene, the green and I've never seen this.
I have.
Have you seen this?
I have.
Never seen it.
Yeah. It was supposed to be like a documentary type movie. It's supposed to be like a documentary.
Is this where they was on the island?
No, so
this was kind of
this is the movie.
Right?
No. This movie was made probably like maybe 10. I think it was like 10 years ago.
About 10 years ago.
So it's about this crew they go into into the jungle to go and find the last indigenous people living in the jungle, and turns out the mofos are cannibals.
Of course. Of course, it says Eli Roth, The Green Inferno is kind of a mess of a movie, especially when you take in how he portrayed indigenous people and got flack for it. The crew that makes up the characters of this movie suffer incredibly painful deaths, but Jonah's murder is downright gruesome. The people of the jungle capture him and essentially rip him apart. And if you have sensitive eyes, it's best you avoid this one. Someone jams their thumb into Jonah's eyes, they burst before someone else rips out his tongue, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. See, where's the YouTube?
Yeah, they ripped him apart.
Man, I don't, you know what I'm saying? It should have been a play right here, just so we could see this shit. This is crazy, man.
Yes, it.
I guess that would be kind of disturbing.
That's basically the end of it, right there. You see, his eyes are missing, his tongue has been ripped out. They basically ripped him apart.
Man, imagine going to, you know what I'm saying? You looking for the indigenous people of wherever, and that's what they do to you, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, they was like, yeah,
the afterlife
we
scene.
gonna eat you now.
This number, I know. Yeah. Hey, how's it going? Yep. Now we're gonna eat you. The afterlife scene, Martyrs. Martyrs is a genuine intense French movie that's part torture, horror, and part home invasion, with the plot following a group of people who make it their mission to capture young women and experiment on them. They have a theory that if a person can endure such horrific torture, they'll be gifted the chance of seeing an afterlife, and one character reaches that by being skinned alive. The scene is not for people who get woozy at the sight of blood or torture, so use your judgment. That would be wild. Ooh. They do this just to see if.
But it just gives me Hellraiser vibes. It gives me Hellraiser.
Yeah, it does. You could tell that's a CGI face though, but it's still dope. The thought of whoever thought about that is weird though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be kind of on the little wacky side to say, hey, let's make a movie about the afterlife. And they be like, oh, okay, that's cool. Well, how do we, you know what I'm saying? Nah, they got to be alive to get to the afterlife. Well, what? What do you mean? So, yeah, we're just going to torture them until they get to the afterlife. You'll see. Okay. Number 5, Unexplained Death, Paranormal Activity. You know what they should have had on here, which they didn't. I don't think they had on here, but looking at this one, Blair Witch. You know, when
you gotta see it,
because they're talking about unexplained death, huh?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what's her name? The chick at the end when she just seen old boy standing in the corner, was like, doo.
Right, and like they should have had that on there. Well, it wasn't gruesome, and I guess
this scene was gruesome though. This was gruesome.
You're right.
Mama got folded like a lawn chair.
Yeah, for a horror movie that came out in 2007 and relied on the pure horror that is possession and found footage, Paranormal Activity did a lot of things right with the scare of it all. At the end of the movie, when Katie's fully possessed and not herself, she climbs out of bed, goes into the hall, leaving the audience waiting in anticipation of what's to come. It's not the knowing that really gets you. A massive jump scare comes from when Katie throws Micah at the screen, causing you to clutch your chest dramatically. And from there, the ending is a bit fuzzy. What does Katie do to Micah? Kill him? Eat him? Who knows?
His name is Mika. No, real. His name is Mika. Even though it says Micah, it look like Micah. It's Mika.
The Mika?
Yeah, that's what she called him, Mika.
No, your name is Mika. That's Micah.
No, it's Mika. It looked like Micah, but his name is Mika. But this ain't even. That's not the scene that they're talking about right here. This is a different scene. This is from.
Yeah, that's a different scene.
This is from a different Paranormal Activity. I think it's from a.
That's from 3.
No,
this is from
the Lost.
Yeah, because 1 and 2 was never color. 1 and 2 was black and white, if I remember correctly.
Right. Well, because we was mostly looking through security cameras,
recording. Yeah, there's
right. I can't remember which this scene is from, but the scene they talking about where, that's traumatizing. Like, it's not gruesome though. Like, it was traumatizing because you sat there for a good hot second, and then all of a sudden you see Mika's body thrown at the camera, and then the camera falls over, and then the next thing you know, you see Katie, and you like, whoa, now wait a minute, now I'll be damn.
Time out.
So but the scene this scene right here is when this person get folded up like a lawn chair, and we don't know who did it. You can't see who did it.
Paranormal Activity, I think was kind of like Saw was, you know what I'm saying, ran just a little too long.
Yes,
You know what I
definitely.
mean?
Yeah.
And what I do like about Paranormal Activity, this last one, they infused found footage and, you know what I'm saying, an overarching point of view. So it wasn't just found footage, it was actually what was going um on like the little, I think it was like a farm. It was the Cult of Thorn, I
Mm-hmm.
think, where they was
Not the Cult of
at.
Thorn.
It
This is
was the
where
Cult
little
of
Michael
Thorn where they
grew
was
up.
at. Yeah, it
The
is.
Cult of Thorn.
Hey, you know what? Look, go back and watch that. You can actually probably make that work, Mika.
I'm just
Go
saying.
back, go back and watch that last Paranormal Activity. You might that I think that might be able to work. I think
It might. It might.
you might, because remember
Not
they
today.
had he was well, she was down in the pit, the
Mm-hmm.
witch, and you know what I'm saying, she was, hey, look, that's Michael's mom. That's, you know, if Lori is his sister, that was Michael's mom. You know what I'm saying? We can just start making shit up. You know what I'm saying? It don't fucking matter.
Nobody cares.
Oh man. Number 4, the first death, Suspiria. I haven't seen this.
I haven't seen it either.
1977. Haven't seen it. It says
I
Suspiria
keep
is not for
hearing
the weak.
about it.
Oh, do you?
I keep hearing
I
about it.
think I've seen it come up on a couple lists,
I think it was on
but
Tubi
I've never watched
at one point in time.
it.
It was on Tubi.
I believe it. Said it's not for the weak or faint of heart when it comes to a body horror and all things gore. Suspiria will challenge you with the amount of people that die brutally and through different forms of torture. But the first death is something to note. It's famous for how disturbing it is, such as the entire movie. But when a young girl is stabbed several times, strangled, and then hanged before being dropped through a stained glass window, it takes the cake for shock value. I think I've seen this scene though. Now, as I'm reading that description,
Mm-hmm.
either that or somebody, they might have redone it before in a horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I can see how that would be, especially in the 1977, to see some girl getting stabbed, you know what I'm saying, hanged and thrown through a stained glass window. That would be pretty shocking
Wild.
and brutal. Just wow, like shit, what are we doing? Like, damn. You know, Color had just came out too. Like
Top Color just came out.
Color was brand new.
Make it extra red.
Let me quit playing. Oh man. Grandpa Does the Bashing Chainsaw Massacre 1974.
Ugh.
This was the original. Everything is good about the horror genre in this specific scene. What makes it so sick is they draw out the death of the young girl by trying to get their grandpa to bash her head in. It's a long and painful scene as you wait for the moment to happen, with the hammer constantly slipping out of his hand and falling back onto the floor while the girl screams her head off, mere 3 feet away from him. He's so old and honestly looks dead himself, but his grandson is insistent on him trying to do the bashing himself, giving the audience time to wish the scene was already over. I think, because I do remember the scene, I think that's a dope scene, right? The reason why it's dope is just like how they described it, like the suspense of it all. Like, is
Mm-hmm.
he, you know what I'm saying? Is this really gonna happen? Because they could have easily just cut, you know what I'm saying? Faded to black, went on to a whole nother different something, you know what I'm saying? But nah, let this
Yeah, she
old
screamed for
decrepit,
a hot. Yeah, she screamed for a good hot minute.
yeah. Let this, you know what I'm saying? Like, he might die in a couple minutes. He got to get one more kill in, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's send him to the upper room the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Not the upper room, Lord. You know what? I can't. I can't.
Let's send him to the upper room the right way. Come on, Grandpa. Come on, Pop. Get that hammer, man. You know how you used to do it. You showed me. Now you got to finish. You know, hey, I'm just saying, the girl just screamed. Ah! That's
I
wild.
can't. I cannot.
The Hobbling Scene, Misery, 1990. Now this was my mom's movie. My mom used to love Misery, man. She used to love Misery. I don't know why.
I can't watch Misery.
I don't know why, but Misery. Oh yeah, man, Misery. Perhaps this makes Misery such a good and authentic horror movie is the character of Annie Wilkes throughout the entire movie. Before she hobbles up the bed to where she's got Paul tied down on the bed, you're anticipating something big to happen. waiting for the other shoe to drop, because there's no chance Annie is just going to be content with him lying in bed unharmed. If it's your first time watching a Stephen King adaptation, you'll be transfixed and possibly ready to shield your eyes as Annie brings the sledgehammer up to her shoulder before slamming it down. And the way they did it, and it's like that was that was so nasty, dog. That was so nasty.
No.
That was nasty, man.
Oh,
What up, Fresh?
what's up, Fresh?
What up? What up? Come on, you can't say. And you know what I'm saying? Like, who was that? Who played that? That was
James.
he just
Not
passed.
James.
James
James Caan.
Yeah, James Caan.
Caan?
He just passed the. Yep, James Caan.
Man, his ankles. His ankles.
Just
Like,
nasty. Yeah,
it's like why
why did she do that?
because
like,
remember
she put
no,
that,
because remember what was it?
Go ahead.
No,
No,
I
I'm
was saying,
saying how she
remember
put-
he got into the wheelchair and he
Yeah.
had got out, right?
Right.
And he turned a penguin, the penguin had dropped. And he caught it.
Yep.
And the way he placed it back was in the wrong, it was facing in the wrong direction.
spot.
And that's how she knew
Yep.
that he had got out.
Mm.
Got to be more careful.
Gotta be. Did she it was a trunk that she put up in between his legs to do that? Was it a trunk?
It was
Piece of wood? What
I
was
know it was a piece of wood. That's all I know. I know it was a piece of wood. And then she tied him up and put the piece of wood, and she
Yep.
was like, "This is for your own good." Blacka.
Bloom. Bloom.
Lord.
Oh man. Yeah.
He
That's
screamed.
nasty. I think this
Oh,
did she win an award for that?
did she?
I think she might have won an award for that, man.
That movie was wild. She's like, "I'm your biggest fan."
Yep, she did. Best
That's
actress.
wild. That's wild.
She won an Academy Award, Golden Globe. I knew she did. Oh, Kathy Bates. That was crazy. Now, my movie. I knew this was gonna be on here. Oh, I knew this was gonna be on here. Feed Her, The Human Centipede 2009. I knew this was gonna be on here, man. If you've never seen The Human Centipede, consider yourself lucky. Not only disturbing, the content of this film will definitely stay with you for a few days, maybe even weeks after you watch it. So be aware that this movie is not for the weak. If you're not aware, a main scene in this messed up movie is when Dr. Hyder sews 3 people together by sewing their mouths to the other person's ass. He said they read, I'm gonna say ass. Yes, you read that right. Not only that, but Hyder forces the guy in the front to eat, which happens when food is digested. You get it. Feed her. Hey, man. This is horror porn at its finest. That's what I call it. Horror porn. Because this is just unnecessarily ignorant, nasty. This is just bad, man. Like, whoever, why would they? And this is, let me see how many human centipedes they did.
3. There's 3.
You don't have nothing to say, Mika?
I've
was
never
3,
watched
right?
this movie. There's 3 of them. I saw. There's 3 of them. Yeah, there's 3
That's
of them.
crazy. They did 3 of these. They did 3 of these joints.
Yeah, and I've never
3
seen
of
one.
them.
Never seen one.
I don't recommend. This is what I will say. If you aren't into gore or anything, I just don't watch this. I wouldn't recommend anybody watching it. You have to be. I'm
gotta have a
kinda
strong
disturbed
will
up top.
and a whole stomach.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you like this ain't for the, like they said, it's not for the weak of heart, not for the faint. This is wild, man. This needs to be number 1. I could see people throwing up. I could see people saying, "Nah, cut this shit off. We done, bro." You know what I'm saying? Human Centipede. Yeah. I mean, just when you hear about it, The Human Centipede.
Yeah, nothing about that sounds great.
Yep. Nothing sounds great. Is there, to wrap this up, is there anything that
Wait, that was number
they might
one?
have missed? That was number one, dog. And it
That's-
needs to be number one. And that's what I was gonna ask you.
There's
Because to me,
nothing worse.
yes,
There's
that
nothing
out of
worse than
this
Human
list,
Centipede.
yeah,
No,
especially as we're gonna say, out of this list, yeah, it's number one to me. It deserves to be there. Is there anything missing from this list that you would take out, put in?
I
No.
would probably put in the zombies eating the man alive from Dawn of the Dead, the original Dawn of the Dead, where they rip him open.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'd put that in there.
It
I
was
would add that one to the
what
list.
movie was that? I don't know why I want to think it was Friday the 3rd. I don't think it was Jason though, but he grabbed the dude's head and just pushed it, and it just turned the mush and came out. What was that? It might have been Jason.
It definitely wasn't Michael Myers. Sounds more
Nah,
like
it
a
wasn't
Jason
Mike.
move.
But he just squeezed his head and it just busted like a pimple. I
Yeah.
just can't remember what it was, but Hell, you know what? It's a Hellraiser that I think I would have put on there.
Mhm.
Scene when all the chains started coming in.
Oh, when they
What
killed
Hellraiser
Frank.
was that?
When they killed Frank.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
kind of gruesome. That was
Yeah.
gruesome.
Yeah.
That was real gruesome.
Ugh.
What about transformations? When Fright Night, not Charlie. What was Charlie's friend?
Evil.
Evil. Yeah. When remember, I think
When he was
when
when he was
and
transforming back.
yeah,
Ugh.
back. Yeah, I think
Ugh.
that was oh evil. Yeah, I think that would be one. Damn. I think that it's hard to do because especially back in 70s, they was just trying to make sure they can get the most horror, you know what I'm saying? Gory shit that they could do, man. It's Pumpkinhead had one. Maniac Cop. You remember Maniac Cop?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like it's some nasty shit out there, man. But no, Human Centipede deserves to be number one.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
What was that? Was that 2 Creep Show? Was it Creep Show 2 with the Indian? The wooden Indian came alive and he
Uh-huh.
was scalping people.
He
That
scalped the one guy,
the
and then
one guy,
he's holding
yeah.
it. He's holding it in his hand. He was like,
And his hand when he went back to turning into the wood statue, that was kind of creepy. I
Yeah.
like the lake monster because it was ripping the people's
"Oh,
skin off.
the
Remember?
slime, the
Yeah, the little
slime,
slime
yeah,
shit. That shit was nasty.
yeah."
That shit was
The
nasty.
girl fell asleep, and that mother was like,
Yep.
"Gotcha, bitch."
Got through the wood. Just and she tried to come up and it ripped. That was nasty. That was nasty. And then
That was nasty.
I just
But when the
because that
guy
was 2,
got
right? That
pulled
was Creep Show 2.
through, yeah, when the guy got pulled
Yeah.
through, and
Yeah.
his leg went up,
Didn't it fold him up?
yeah, no,
Yeah.
it didn't fold him. It didn't fold him up. It was just trying to pull him through the hole that it came through, and trying to pull him through, it snapped his leg
Snapped
up.
his legs. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It like, that was
that's
that was
so good.
crazy.
Yeah.
And that was 2, right? That was Creep Show 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that's the best. I think that's my favorite one, man. I think it's my favorite because of the Black Hitchhiker. Thanks
Oh
for the
yeah.
ride, lady. That's my
Thanks
shit.
for the ride, lady.
Oh man, because I was like, this the where he keep coming from. Thanks for the ride, lady. Like, damn, man, killed his. I done killed him. I done ran him over and everything. Why he still?
Because she
Just
hit
let
him.
it.
She hit him the first time. He was a zombie at that point.
Yep. Like, I was, lady, just let him in. Just take him wherever he need to go. At this point, just go ahead.
Let him get in the car.
Let him get in the car, man. Oh man. We had an hour and a half. I'm good. Mika, what you got?
That's it. That's it. 31 Days of
Mika.
Horror about to go and
Yeah, I gotta let her go so she can
record
drop
13
another
times in a
gem
row.
on us. 13 times. I know you're getting better.
I
know it's getting.
You know what? I think last night when I was recording, like because it was so close to time, I kept messing up, and so like I was trying to like at first I was just trying to rush through it, and then I was like, no, you got to take your time and do it like you normally do. I was like, if it's after midnight, it's just after midnight. But I got it in like Kobe, buzzer beater.
Clutch. That's what I'm talking about. Clutch. She clutch, y'all. She clutch. That's right. But y'all, I don't have nothing, man. We here every Thursday, 8:00 p.m. Blues House Live. It is me, Bluminati. That's Mika G. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Her 31 Days of Horror is booming right now. She kicking ass on Instagram and TikTok.
Shout out to everybody that shares it on their stories, and other people are actually coming to my page watching these videos.
Man. Shout them out. They do. I like. Hey, Mika is the man. I know she is all woman, but she the man, dog. She the man. She out here kicking ass and taking names.
31 Days of Horror.
Right.
We're sticking with kids for the rest of the let's just say for the rest of the week.
You got enough? Is it enough kids to survive? Is it just this week or the end of the week?
The end of this week. Yeah, the end of this week. Yes. And also I will be at
3 more black kids?
Yeah, there
3 black
kids. Yeah.
Okay. I want to see this.
Tonight is gonna be we're gonna tonight's gonna be funny because I definitely couldn't stand this kid in the movie. So it's gonna be funny.
No, I'm intrigued now. I'm ready to see what all the way to Sunday we got enough kids to survive. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll see. What also I will be in Richmond this weekend for called Nightmare Weekend. I think that's what it's called. I think that's what it's called. Nightmare Weekend. It's at the Richmond Convention Center. I know Tony Todd is going to be one of the people there, and I believe the guy that played Jack Skellington and also the vampire from the original Fright Night is supposed to be there also. So I will be there this weekend. He still look good for his age.
He don't still look like what was his name?
Danders.
Yeah, he don't still look.
He don't look like him. What you trying to say? He might be. I mean, we'll see. But yes, I will be at Nightmare Con.
You gotta have faith.
You gotta have faith. You gotta have faith.
Oh man.
So yeah, we'll I'll be there trying.
Who was better, him or the sister?
The sister.
What was that? Part 3?
No,
Friday Night 3. You never seen 3? Was that 2?
I never seen 3. I seen 2 because they remember they ended up doing a remake of both. So there is a remake of Fright Night Part 1 and 2. So yeah, it's you got to have faith. So Warwick Davis is gonna be there. Danny Trujillo is gonna be there. Tony Todd, Richard Dreyfuss, Griffin Dune, David Naughton, Ken Forey, Chris Sarandon. He will be there. You got to have, I'm probably like, if I get to meet him, I'm like, you got to have faith. D. Wallace, Henry Tom. Actually, the whole cast of E.T. is gonna be there. Yeah, it's quite a few big names. Tim Reed is gonna be there. From It.
Why is E.T. gonna be there? Like, why E.T. there? Like, that's not horror.
Well, the people that starred in E.T. Well, no, except for one person, but they did E.T. It's
Drew Barrymore gonna be there?
So no, not Drew Barrymore. So D. Wallace, Henry Thomas, Robert McNaughton, and C. Thomas Howell will be there. But also some of those people starred in other films as well too. So the guy the guy that played the brother in Hocus Pocus, he's gonna be there. He's on drugs. The little sister's gonna be there. Tim Reed, I already said that one. Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. But I've already paid to meet Tony Todd. So
okay,
and also to get my Candyman shoes signed.
Yeah, get them signed, man.
Man,
take them pictures with them, get them signed.
Costs like $80, but
hey, that's actually kind of cheap, man. Some of these places Because I know this weekend is Wasabi Con. I'm gonna try to make it out there this Sunday. But a lot of the strike messed a lot of people up because a lot of people couldn't even show up and do things like that. So
Yeah, because they couldn't promote their films or
yeah,
anything
they can
like
promote
that.
their
So
films. They couldn't do a lot of stuff. So I want to see who's all gonna be out there. But I think it's just gonna be a lot of anime voice actors because I know a lot of it was supposed to be some Star Wars actors were supposed to be there, but I think they got taken off. They might show back up. Who knows? Like I said, the strike messed some people up. But I was gonna go probably take my son out there on Sunday and see. He real big in the anime, so I'll take him out there. But yeah, and I got the play coming up Saturday.
nice.
So yeah, I'm ready for it to be over and done with. But salute to my team or that team. Salute to Herb. Salute to Eb. Salute to Miss Bree. Salute to Tasha. Just salute to everybody. Charlie. You know what I'm saying? Chris. We out here trying to make a way, man. Trying to make a way.
Oh, the
But,
guy that
yep.
played Charlie in for Fright Night is going to be there too.
He gonna be there too? Okay.
Mhm.
I ain't seen him in nothing after that, really. Because he wasn't in the second one.
No.
It was a different
Oh,
Charlie.
was it? Oh, it was. They did change Charlie. That's right.
Yeah, it was a different Charlie.
And the guy that played Wishmaster, the actual Wishmaster.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he's gonna be there too.
From Low Down Dirty Shame?
Yeah.
That's what he was. He was Mendoza.
Yeah, he's gonna be there. He's gonna be there too. So I mean, it'll be good. The Chodo brothers are gonna be there too.
Oh, okay.
Killer Clowns.
Yep. I was gonna say, do they got a new?
Dang, you know what? If I was a millionaire, like I'd be like, hey, I'm going to each booth. If I was a millionaire, I'd go to each booth and be like, picture time.
I mean, you probably can still, you know what I'm saying, sneak some stuff, or even just because sometimes it's going to be, you don't necessarily even have to pay sometimes, depending on who they are. You know what I'm saying?
Just take a picture I mean, shoot, I got a phone that I could take pictures of the moon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
right. Well, I'm just saying, even being there, you might
far
not be
away,
able to get like an autograph, but you go, go to the booth, go talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Take a quick picture and move on. You know what I'm saying? So
I think we have to pay for that, which kind of like low key sucks, but whatever. Yeah, you have to pay for the celebrity experience in order to take a picture with them.
You Mika G, dog. Just tell them who you is, Mika. Just tell them who you are, dog. Let them know.
It says that the Chodo brothers will be participating in a live question and answer, and they will sign autographs.
Well, there you go.
We'll see.
But
no, this weekend, Richmond Nightmare Weekend. Let's do it.
Yep. So if you're a fan of Mika G and you would like to meet Mika G, because she is a celebrity, I know she tried to downplay her status. Holler at it, you know what I'm saying? Just say what's up. Don't be on no foolishness now. Just, hey Mika, how's it going? I see you. Salute and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? And Mika, if you want to sign a couple of autographs, you know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. Charge them. $60. $60. There it is. See, cheap. $60. She ain't even charging you the 80 like Tony Todd. $60. $60. But yeah, no, that's our show, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate everybody for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I am Bluminati. That is Mika G in the place to be. This has been Blues House Live. I appreciate y'all partying with us. We are out. Where's my theme music? Son.